Hello and welcome. On this episode of Roaming the Mountains, we're going to talk about the fall colors. So come on, let's get ready and see how you can capture some beautiful photographs of your own. So typically on our show, we go about looking at trails, vistas, overlooks, and I try to get you some really great drone footage so you can look at the mountains and see what all we have to offer. This episode is going to be a little bit different. We've just come out of our leaf season. Many people have asked, well, now, how do you see the leaves? How do you know when to get there? How do you photograph the leaves? Well, I'm just going to tell you right up front, I'm not a photographer. I'm a real estate broker. I'm an outdoor enthusiast. I love to go hiking. I love to share these videos with you. I enjoy flying my drone to get some shots that normally we couldn't see. And I like to share them with you also. But what I'm going to do today is to kind of show you how can you view them and where can you go when the leaves are available in our area. Now, as you go up in latitude further north, their season is going to be a little bit different. We'll discuss that a little bit later. But I also want to tell you where in this area you might be able to find some really good shots and some reveals to help you to get some of those colors and everything you want to see. And I'm also going to show you how you can get those. So the first thing I want to cover is when do you come to see these leaves? Now, we have a fall festival here in Cashiers around the first weekend in October. However, I'm going to tell you that's really kind of early. Now, if you go further north in latitude, up towards Virginia and on further north, they will have their leaf season starting earlier. However, ours doesn't start that soon. Actually, you don't really need to come here until after the 15th of October. Typically, I would look at a date somewhere between the 19th to about the 23rd or 24th as being the best times to come. Now again, if you go further north, you're going to see these colors sooner. But in this area, in the Highlands and Cashiers area, it's typically about that time before these colors start to show up. Now, where do you want to go to see these colors? Where are they going to be? Where are you going to find them? That's the tricky part. The weather is so different and the trees react in so many different ways depending on where they're located. For instance, you have the north side of a mountain and you have the south side of the mountain. The south side is going to get a lot more sunlight and warmer temperatures, whereas the north side of the mountain is going to have cooler temperatures, and it's typically going to be those areas that will start to change colors first. In fact, you'll normally notice there's like pockets of color in places that will appear before other places. There's also the elevation change. Whereas the town of Franklin is at about 2,000 feet, Highlands is at over 4,000 feet, and some of the peaks are at about 5,000 feet. You'll see the colors changing up in the higher elevations first, and then as the days and weeks progress, you'll see those colors making their way down to the lower elevations. So how are you going to find them? Well, as you can see, there's a lot of different variables here. Elevation, temperatures, just so many different things. How they're oriented. Basically, what you want to do is make you a route that kind of covers all of those differences. You'll want the elevation changes. You want to be on the north side of the mountain. You want to be on the south side, the east side, the west side. You want to capture all of those changes to get your best opportunities to see the most colors available. The time of day can have a huge role in how much color you see or how well you see the colors. For instance, when the sun is up really high and everything is bright, there's so much light that often the colors just simply get washed out. They don't stand out as well. So early mornings and late evenings can be your best times to go riding. In the early morning, if possible, if you can head towards the east, you'll actually have the light behind the leaves and it'll create a glow through those leaves. The same is true in the evening. If you're heading west and the light gets really low, you're going to have those colors illuminating the leaves from behind, and they will show spectacular colors. Now, as far as photography goes, typically you like to have the light behind you, right? So you may want to go to vistas where you can look back on things, look back away from the light. Look at your route, see which ways you want to go, and plan accordingly. Now, what may not be obvious to a lot of people is that some of the best colors are shown on days that are overcast. On those days, the light is diffused. Now, I'm not talking about rainy days, but I'm talking about days where there's plenty of cloud cover. That cloud cover, again, diffuses the light, puts it out on everything so that you really see the colors, and they actually photograph much better. And since I do live in the Highlands and Cashiers area, there's a lot of routes around here you can make like circles or figure eights or go through different times of the day. You can even start your travels in the morning, grab lunch in the town of Highlands or possibly in Cashiers, and then maybe finish up that evening. If you would like a route or a map of the area, just put a note in the comments down below. I think it's right over, yeah, it's about right there. I think that's where it is. So just click on that little button and subscribe. Also, again, leave a word in the comments down there. I'll be happy to send you a map or a route of the area so you can kind of better make your plans. So I hope you've enjoyed this short video. You've seen some of the things that can be useful to you, and you will enjoy getting these fall colors and enjoying the beauty in these mountains as much as I do. And again, don't forget to subscribe by clicking on this little button right here in the corner. By subscribing, you'll get notifications of our channel when we go on these other hikes. We arrange hikes so that they can be short hikes for older individuals, for more adventurous people, and we'll actually tell you some of the shortcuts and other adventures that are available here. So again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and let's go roaming the mountains together.